gosh, I'm steaming up here, my glasses. So if you're not familiar with the menopause, this is it. I'm burning up. So I didn't think I'd need my fan today, but evidently I do. Right, today I'm making lemonade lounger soap. These oils feel a bit warm, so let's hope for the best. They're not as hot as me. So let's see what we can get out of this. So this one I'm using some, Jesus Christ. This one I'm using some Rustic clay. We've got in a bag here. This is from Mystic Moments. A bit of yellow oxide, which I keep in a big tub. A little bit of white and some vanilla seeds. And the rest of the soap is left neutral. The blend is an essential oil blend of lemon, litsea, patchouli and whole leaf. Whole leaf, I said then. Okay, so this is my lye, which I've mixed up with my sodium hydroxide, and I'm using ice today. Probably for the best, since these oils are a bit warm. So if the lye is cooler than the oils, it might just make it the correct temperature. Let's see. Make sure we get all of that out of there. If you're not following me on TikTok, I'll leave all the links down below. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's definitely cooled it down. Okay, I'm going into stick blend. I'll bring you, do I want to give you an overhead shot? I can do, bear with me a minute. Okay, so I'm going to do an overhead shot using my snazzy thing that I got off TikTok shop, just so you can see the mix, and I'll put it as an overlay on top of the video. Okay. Let me pour off my batter for my two colours, so the white and the yellow. The rest of this soap gets left neutral. So I just want to fill up two of these. It's just the easiest way, rather than picking up that big bucket, is to do it this way. This is just to create some random swirls inside, so it's kind of thrown together, this soap. I don't actually have any form of order to it at all. It just gets thrown into the mould, and where the swirls end up, they end up, and it's kind of the beauty of making this soap. That's why I like making it. I've not made it actually for a long time. I need to get a load of stock redone. Sorry, a load of soaps restocked. Told you with my brain. So yeah, I'm on a mission at the moment to get all of them done. So this is number one for today. I've got another 3 to do. So I'm going to be doing ethereal seas. I've just done 4 and 20 blackbirds and white witch a couple of weeks ago, so they're pretty much ready to go. Okay, let me put my essential oils in there, and in there. That one in there. So yeah, majority. I'm going to keep it in there. This is the neutral portion. So this doesn't accelerate, because it's got all lovely essential oils that don't create a problem. So into this, I'm going to put some vanilla. These are just vanilla seeds. Just a few, and it's sort of, they really help with a gentle exfoliation. It's not scrubby, but it adds a little bit of grit to the base, which is nice. And then I want my white. So one of those has some white, not too much, because you know what that can do sometimes. And the other one has yellow. I'll use that same spoon and dry it. I've got 2 cloths to the side of me here. Okay, so white goes in there, yellow. I really don't want much of this at all, because it's very strong oxide. Yellow oxide. Okay, so it's just stir those in. It's a lovely rustic bar lemonade lounger. I'm going to stick blend this yellow. Okay, and then the white. put that in there. And here's my mug. I'm going to bring you in so you can see this getting poured in. That way around. Into this. Okay, so when I make this, I do layers of Rustic clay, which also gets thrown into the mix. So I'm going to pour the first bit of neutral, the majority of it, like that. Then we're going to do some of the white like that, and some of the yellow like this. Just really doesn't matter where it lands up, it's fine. Then my clay. So we're just going to sprinkle it through like that. So when I do the next pours, it will sort of take it down into the soap batter a bit, so you'll get some of this nice rustic clay. Let's get the white in, because that always causes us some issues. And then we'll do some more of this that we've got left in here. So also on the top, I like for there to be bits of clay like left on the top, just so it gives it that nice rustic feel. So it almost looks like rocks, like stone, you know. It's one of the easiest soaps I make, this one, just because of the design. It's just so easy to do and I don't have to think about it. We do want some swirly bits on top as well. So I do texture the top. Be some of you out there saying, what a mess. But it needs it. This is what it needs. It needs to be a messy rustic soap, because the inspiration for it is just sitting on a back porch with a glass of homemade lemonade. So we want a nice rustic feel, home, you know, homely, you know what I mean. So I do this with a lot of my essential oil soaps now, so whatever clay I've used inside, I like to sprinkle it on the top just so you get to see the actual colour of the clay, because sometimes the soap will morph the colour or it doesn't come out as bright as it is in the container. So I've just switched my website to Shopify, which has taken me weeks and weeks to do, and it's finally live. So please do go and have a look. Tell me what you think. It's way more in keeping with my whole feel and vibe of this business. Like, I love old industrial Britain. That's this sort of vibe I always wanted to go for. And also like Victorian factories and things like that. That's like been my main inspo for scent and things like that. Also obviously the countryside, but yeah, when I really thought about it, when I changed the website, I thought, well, I've always wanted it to look like this oldie worldy, you know, old Britain, how Britain used to look then. I suppose in our great grandparents' day, when the country was sort of running a lot different to the way that it does now, trade-wise, I mean. When I grew up in this town, there was just factories everywhere, and they're just gone, you know. I worked in factories growing up. I worked in a glasses case factory, like making spectacle cases. That's what I did. I used to print them for big companies like Paul Smith and Oakley. I used to make all kinds of stuff, and then of course everything just went to China. We lost contracts and things like that, but God, I love that job. So yeah, we've always had, like, there was a bacon factory, there still is a cake factory that makes like muffins for Tesco's and things like that. But yeah, most of it's gone. There's really hardly anything left at all actually. What was here before. I'm going to bring you an overhead shot when I texture this. I've just got to take these goggles off because if I don't, I'm going to pass out. I'll show you the top texturing in a minute. Okay, I'm just going to go from the side like this. So I'm just going to bring some back over this way, just in case I haven't got them in the right spot. Okay, there we go. Push that over a bit, not in there. Alright, yep, I think that'll do. Just going to put a little bit more clay over the top, because it looks very nice. So, moving out of this, I'm going to have to get some more. Okay, so we want more, like that, and that will just sit nicely on the top now of those bars. So we'll cut this one tomorrow, but on the video it will be in a few seconds. There we go. Lemonade lounger. Just have to excuse my appearance, I got caught in the rain again. Today, keeps raining in the UK and heavy downpours because we've had such hot weather, and now of course we're getting rainstorms. Okay, so here is lemonade lounger. There. I'm going to cut it into it and have a look inside. Just release it. Put that down there. Okay, turn it over. I just want to trim around it. Watching Balloon Boy on Netflix. I was convinced that the kid was up in that UFO. If you've not watched Balloon Boy, it's about a family that like to make stuff, and the dad and the kids made a fake UFO in their garden, and then they went to like let it rise up, and one of the tethers broke, or two of the tethers broke, so the thing went up in the air, and one of the sons thought that his brother was up in it because he thought he got in and thought he was stuck in the balloon, and then it had gone up to like 10,000 feet. You got to watch this documentary because you can't even believe the stuff you see. I was convinced he was in there for a minute, but anyway, just go and watch Balloon Boy. It's quite the wild ride. Okay, so you can see. See those bits of vanilla is what I'm trying to get you to see. Hopefully it's picking it up. There's all the vanilla seeds in that nice neutral base. So we'll see what our swirls came out like. In a minute. Let's cut these ends. Ding! Ding! Yes, so I got caught in the rain on Sunday with Matt and the dogs. Got caught in the rain yesterday with the dogs. I'm caught in the rain again today with the dogs. So I've been standing underneath trees with big droplets of rain coming on our heads, and whippets don't like rain, so that's been fun. They don't like it. They shake and get very, very stressy if they get wet. They walk around puddles. It's just what they're like. They don't like getting wet at all. When we had all the hot weather, people were like, oh, get them the cool mats. They wouldn't even go on a cool mat. In fact, one of our whippets, Prudence, she likes to go under the covers even when it's boiling hot. Terrible. These things happen. Okay, so I'm going to just chop the rest and we'll have a look at the swirls that we've got. So let's do this nice end piece. It looks good. Trim those edges. So this is going to be a nice chunky bar. Until I get through, till we get a good swirl. Okay, we're just getting a little one on the edges there. Hold on. There, look. And a hole. See what we get further in. They'll all be different because you saw how I poured it. Yeah, so that one's like got nothing. This is the first 6. See if we get anything. If I don't get anything out of this one, I'll show you the next one. See if we got anything in any of it. Because we did have quite a bit of the, or I had quite a bit of the mixture in different colours, didn't I? So hopefully we'll get some of. Oh, there's a nice one. There you go. Quite nice. I love the tops. Beautiful soap. This is one of my favourites because anything lemon for me, food, scent, anything lemony, I'm there. Oh, I just love it. Love a lemon. I like lemon juice on anything, lemon in my drink, anything. Okay, I'm going to cut into the next one, just see if we've got anything more interesting that I can show you. Sometimes when I turn these videos off, I get to the next loaf. If I've just cut one and then it's like, oh, that one was way better. But you wouldn't get to see it unless you shop with me, which you can do down below. There's links to everything down there. So if you want recipes, there's my Etsy, and if you want soaps, there is my website. My new website, snazzy website. That's nice. I can see a bit of the grass all in the top. That looks cool. Liking that. That's lovely. I haven't really got any swirls. Sometimes when I do it like that, it sometimes swirls on itself and creates like really lovely designs, but it's not really done that this time. It doesn't matter because it's still a nice rustic bar, but I do like it when it, you know, it does something a bit unusual. But yeah, there's not a lot going on with these bars at all, but it is still lovely. Still a lovely soap. So there you go. I've been filming lots over the last couple of weeks, so you'll have a few videos coming. I'll try and not overload the feed because I don't like that myself. If somebody's done loads of videos, I don't want to see loads of them all in one go, so I'll eke them all out to sort of 1 or 2 a week. Probably 1 a week because I don't really need to do more than that. It's just making soap, you know. Unless you want to see more often, then let me know, but usually 1 a week is enough. I do shorts as well, so you'll see like little snippets of my week. Right, I'm just going to cut into this one as well and just see what we've got. I can always edit this down if I get to a bar that looks more interesting. Yeah, that one does. That's kind of cool. Yeah. End piece. Oh, here we go. So the last loaf has got the swirls. So today, I haven't really got too much to do, other than just cut my soaps. I just packed a couple of orders I had last night come in, and then I've got to make some more stuff. So I've got to make body cream base. That's needs to be started in the mornings really, so that'll have to be tomorrow. Then I've got other things I need to be getting on to do. It's hot again. Yeah, so there's not many with swirls in them. That one's got one. They are lovely, aren't they? If you love a lemony bar, this is the one. This is the one. And another one. There we go. Got used to this camera now. I have to get really close to it to showcase the thing that I want you to see. I'm sure I didn't have to get that close before, but anyway, that's what it needs me to do. So there's the opposite side of that last one. Okay, so that's it. That's Lemonade Lounger, and the next one I'm working on is Inches Lane, which is that nice medicinal one. So we'll get that made, and I'll show you the process for that. I think I've done most of these before, but it's always nice to keep catching up, isn't it, when life changes and stuff. So that's that. So hopefully we won't get caught in the rain again today. I keep showering all the time, so hopefully that's it. So I'm just going to trim these up. I'm sorry this video isn't that interesting, I'm just boiling hot. So I will see you later, but yeah, watch Balloon Boy.